Mark Zeleznick, Warwick Township. With all the accolades that are going around, there's a group of taxpayers that are really upset because of some things that happened at the last Buildings and Grounds meeting. We came there as 100 parents and students to talk about the problem that we were having, and we were misled, misrepresented. Not once did an administrator stand up and correct the record. There's a bunch of us here tonight. You see it. We're not here to talk about pools and swimming. We're talking about culture and honesty and truth. But if you can't be truthful to the people that pay the bill around here, the taxpayers, then what is it worth? I'm not allowed to use the L word. I was told not to. I was told to be politically correct. I'll try to do that. But we were misled and misrepresented. We were misrepresented by paid consultants that you have on staff, the construction management team. The administrators did not stand up knowing that we were handed a schedule that put us in a dilemma with our situation. It was allowed to go on and happen, and administrators could have corrected the problem. 100 parents, taxpayers, and students left that meeting. 2 of us stayed behind. At that meeting, the truth came out, and that the pool would be closed down for 2 seasons. You sent a bunch of people away feeling that they had some hope by having only 1 season to worry about finding a place to swim. That's our issue. But the issue that we were misled, misrepresented, is something that this board needs to deal with. You asked us at that meeting, as parents and taxpayers, to come before you at this meeting through the pool committee. But how can we trust the people and the administrators if they're giving you misinformation? If the paid consultants are giving you misinformation? We're asking for something to be done to restore that faith and trust in you so we can have a culture that goes completely over all the lines. The taxpayers are here that pay for everything that happens in here. We heard some wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff is going on in this school district. We're all part of it. We pay for it. And we need some respect. We need to be heard. We need to be spoken to honestly. And we need to hear what's going on. We would like to see some disciplinary actions taken. We would like to see the representative from the construction management company change, because he has not been able to be forthright with us all the way through. At several times during that meeting, he was asked point blank what the schedule was, and he never once stepped up to the plate to tell us the truth. Then we have the issue of people in the administration that knew what that schedule was and never stepped up to the plate for the taxpayers to let that be known. We are not looking for apologies, explanations, or excuses. We want to have trust in our people. We want to be able to hear that all these accolades that are flying around here, that we can join in them too. But we can't if we cannot trust these people. There was a culture around here for a long time that you weren't allowed to speak up, you weren't allowed to come to meetings. A lot of that has changed. But if you're going to be hiding behind the truth and misleading the taxpayers, then what good is it? What good is it all?
Excuse me, but I really don't know what you're referring to. Could you please explain to this board? Mrs. Crumrine doesn't, Mr. Dutton doesn't even know what you're talking about. Could you explain it to me, please?
When we were at the meeting, the pool parents were asking when they would, how long they would be without the pool, because we needed to rent space. We've had that discussion numerous times. How do we rent space? What are we going to do? Where can we go? The high school needs a place to swim. There's concerns about that. The age group people have concerns because of the numbers. There's several. At one of the pool committee meetings, we were handed a schedule that shows us that there are 2 seasons, 2 years worth of rentals we need to find. It was asked point blank to the construction manager how many seasons we would be down. Would we be swimming in September? And we were assured that it was yes. He was going to get his contracts in April, and the contract was going to be complete in September. there's 100 people that heard. There's 100 taxpayers that heard that
And
discussion.
I heard him say that as well.
After he left, after the people left, when two of us were in the room, we tried to discuss, actually this paper was held up, and it was told that it was not official.
Is that his paper?
This is one of ours that came from our pool committee, that was passed out to us, that was put together, we're told, by administrators.
I don't know what the I have no idea what it is.
Let me shed some light on that, that we wanted to give the pool committee as honest a piece of information as we could. I sat with Mrs. Crumrine, Mr. Nemi, and Mr. Rozak, and we developed a schedule based on the milestone schedule provided to us by KCBA. We had that schedule ending sometime in October with a November punch list, a December fit out, and occupancy by January of 2010. That's a schedule that administration gave to this group because we thought that was the most reasonable explanation for the milestone schedule that had been presented to us. And that came right from the architects.
Can I interrupt you one second?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I had received, let's see, our meeting was Tuesday, I believe Thursday, a revision of the milestone schedule. All right, and this is what the revision came about. Go out to bid, and the end of March with awarding the bid April 9. Start construction, start to mobilize in the end of June, and when school was out with the actual start of July of 08. 15 months out would be a November finish. What my proposal was going to be, being that there would be no fit out for the pool area because everything would be done, bear with me now, okay? To apply for the prevailing wages early for the bid documents. I would like to see as part of the language in the bid spec for liquidated damages. I would also like our early talks, whether it's with the architect or whether it's with the district and or both, for permits for a early partial occupancy permit to have that end of the pool, that end of the building, I mean, open, so it'll only affect the season for guaranteed one.
Mr. Dutton, we really appreciate that. I really do. But that really is not the issue, because there's some faces here looking at me like I'm crazy. And I asked 3 times at that meeting, are we swimming in September? Are we swimming in September? And I was told no, when I was one of the only 2 people in there. I looked at Ms. Crumline and I said, then you people have just lied to 100 people. There's the L word I wasn't supposed to use. Now, we're sitting here again having this discussion, and it's very difficult for us to have an honest dialogue with administration if this continues to keep being bounced around and we're dancing around. I know, I've been to a lot of your meetings, buildings and grounds, and these meetings, and I know the problem you have with that construction manager and that team that they have there. And all we're asking for is to rebuild the trust that we need to be able to build a better community here. We're not asking for a schedule. That's not what we came here for. This is the serious problem that we are taxpayers. We will not be dancing around like this. It's not right. It's just not right. Thank you.